Have you ever wondered what's really going on in the food we eat? What if I told you that the things you consume every day hold an entire world inside them? A world so tiny and intricate, it's invisible to the naked eye. Today, we're going to take a fascinating journey into the microscopic world of everyday foods, revealing secrets you never imagined. So, get ready for an eye-opening experience where we'll examine what's hidden in the tiniest details of the foods you love. Each microscopic view will make you look at your meals differently. Are you curious to find out what's really going on beneath the surface of the things we eat? Stick with us until the end, and let's see how many of these you can guess. Let's kick things off with a fun game. We'll show you an enlarged image of a common food, and give you 10 seconds to guess what it is. It could look like something from another planet, but in reality, it might be something you eat regularly. Ready? Here we go with the first challenge. What do you think you're looking at? A crystal clear flower? Or maybe a fantastical ice explosion? Take a good look. The clock is ticking. And time's up. What you're actually looking at is sugar. Surprised? The thing you sprinkle on your cereal or mix into your coffee is actually incredibly beautiful when magnified. But there's more. Did you know that sugar can also be used as rocket fuel? That's right. Amateur rocket enthusiasts have been using sucrose to power small rockets. It's crazy to think that something so ordinary can have such an extraordinary use, isn't it? Alright, let's move on. Take a look at this next image. Does it look like a block of ice, or maybe a piece of colorful chalk? You've got 10 seconds to figure it out. Time's ticking, and the answer is salt crystals. These tiny pieces are much more dangerous than you think. Excessive consumption of salt can lead to severe health problems. And did you know that you could actually overdose on salt? For every 4 kilos of body weight, a single teaspoon could be fatal. It's a harsh reality, but these tiny crystals can make a big impact on our health. So, next time you're seasoning your food, remember how powerful a small grain of salt can be. Now, let's keep going with the next one. Take a look at this image. Does it look like a feather, perhaps from a bird, or something from an exotic plant? You've got 10 seconds to guess. And the answer is the tail of a shrimp. Surprised? Shrimp tails are not only fascinating under a microscope, but they also have a pretty cool function. Some shrimp dance to attract the attention of fish, and certain types, known as cleaner shrimp, actually go into fish mouths to remove parasites. Nature's cleaning crew at work, and we don't even know about it unless we zoom in to take a closer look. Next up, here's another challenge. What does this image remind you of? Maybe a beautiful flower from an exotic place, or perhaps an unusual tropical plant. Take a moment to think, and remember, the clock is ticking. And the answer is broccoli. Yes, broccoli. A vegetable that people either love or hate. But when you look at it under the microscope, you can see how intricate and beautiful it really is. Fun fact, broccoli is at its best from July to November. And did you know that Brazil is the biggest producer of broccoli in South America? It's a superfood packed with vitamins and minerals. And now, you can see it in a whole new light. Ready for the next challenge? Take a good look at this one. Does it look like pumice stone, or a new type of cheese? Time's running out. And the answer is instant coffee granules. Who would have thought that these tiny particles are actually the result of a quick, easy, and low-cost brewing process that makes up over 50% of coffee consumption in some countries? Next time you grab a cup of instant coffee, you'll know that even these small granules have an interesting story to tell. Now, we're stepping it up a notch. What does this next image remind you of? Maybe something like honeycomb, or a mineral from the earth? You've got 10 seconds, and the answer is a roasted coffee bean. Believe it or not, the journey from a coffee bean to your morning cup can take anywhere from 6 to 11 months, depending on the type. Each coffee bean usually contains 2 seeds, but about 8% of them contain only 1. Coffee has been an essential part of many cultures for centuries. And now, you can see just how much goes into every tiny bean. Take a look at this next close-up. Does it remind you of a computer game, or a dangerous alien landscape? Guess again. What you're looking at is a grain of wheat. Yes, the same wheat that's used in so many of the products we eat daily. But did you know that wheat is not just in our food? It's used in materials for kitchen cabinets, hair conditioners, paper, and so much more. Amazing, right? Let's move on to something that might look a bit more unsettling. Does this resemble a bug or a fruit with strange spots? Time's up. What you're seeing is a strawberry. Surprised? You might be, but it's actually a pretty common thing. Most fruits, including strawberries, can contain microscopic critters, alive or dead. It sounds a little creepy, but don't worry, they pose no harm. We eat them without even noticing, so there's no need to panic. Okay, here's one that might throw you off again. Does it look like the eggs of a mysterious creature? Or maybe a rotting piece of corn? Take your best guess. It's sesame seeds. These tiny seeds pack a big punch when it comes to flavor and nutrition. It's hard to believe that to make just 100 grams of sesame, you need more than 500 individual seeds. Incredible, right? Next challenge. Does this look like an old, dried-out citrus plant? Or maybe something else that's gone a bit stale? Time to guess. And the answer is black pepper. This spice has been used for over 2,000 years and originates from India. People use it to season food, but it's also been a key ingredient in ancient medicine. Just a sprinkle of pepper can change the flavor of any dish. And now you've seen it up close. And now, the next mystery. What do you think this is? Maybe a landscape of mountains covered in forests or trees from another planet? Take a moment to think. Time's up. This is actually cauliflower. You probably know it as the white vegetable, but did you know that cauliflower can also come in purple, green, and even orange? Talk about variety. And the next time you see cauliflower, you'll appreciate its unique shape in a whole new way. Now for a real treat. This might look like colorful wooden decorations or the bark of an exotic tree. But guess what? It's saffron, the world's most expensive spice. To produce just 1 gram, more than 150 flowers are needed. The price? Up to $10,000 per kilogram. When you look at saffron under the microscope, you can see why it's so highly prized. It's not just a spice, it's a treasure. Now, the final challenge. Look at this. Does it look like dried flowers or an intricate arrangement? Think you know what it is? Time's up. It's star anise. A beautiful and highly photogenic spice that originates from southwest China and northern Vietnam. It's commonly used to enhance the flavor of meats, but did you know that 90% of all star anise production is used medicinally to treat colds and flu? And now, for our bonus. What you're looking at might look like a kaleidoscope gone wild, but in fact, it's ethanol. Used as fuel and in the chemical industry, it's not a food product, but when magnified, it's just as mesmerizing. The residue of the plant used to produce ethanol is highly nutritious for animals, making it incredibly versatile. So, after exploring all of these fascinating details, what was your favorite close-up? Did you guess them all correctly? Now, it's time to share this video with your friends and see if they can identify what's hiding in their food. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more mind-blowing content. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the microscopic world of everyday foods. We can't wait to share even more surprises with you soon.